Hello everyone, Pine Iron Apple here with Miraculous Ladybug episodes 7 and 8. The Evillustrator, bad pun, and Roger Kopp. Last time we had to deal with the confusing time travel, simple morals, and the appearance of a pigeon man played by someone too talented for it. Now, with Season 5 of Miraculous airing, we need to get a move on. So let's waste no time in getting into Episode 7, The Evillustrator. Yep, that is still a bad pun. The episode starts as Ladybug's previous villains come after Marinette, but are stopped by a new superpowered Joe entering the fray. This is apparently Super Nathan, and Marinette professes her love for him, and thank God this is a daydream from one of Marinette's fellow classmates, Nathan Kurtzberg. The teacher, Miss Mendeleev, decides humiliation is in order, because Nathan is apparently Hitler for drawing her science classes. His crush on Marinette being displayed to the class by none other than... Okay, seriously, this is episode 7. And we already know these people well enough to know that the bitch here is Chloe. Hawkmoth is eager to take advantage of this, probably being our quickest appearance of him so far. But don't take my word for it just felt that way. Nathan being possessed on his way to the principal's office, becoming the Evillustrator. The next bit of major plot is that Marinette is being teamed up with Chloe and Sabrina for a class project. I mean, to be fair, I'm not sure what's worse, that fate or fighting the supervillain. Chloe quickly tells Marinette and Sabrina to do all the work. Like the pushover Sabrina is, and God is it painful to watch, this feels like mild Stockholm Syndrome. Sabrina thanks Marinette and pulls a full 180 on her mental condition. Chloe then comes back whining like a little bitch, only to be humiliated from the shadows by the Evillustrator. Adrian is there and witnesses it, transforming in the middle of the library. Okay, wait. First, back in Timebreaker, he decided to transform in the open with only a thin tree as cover. Twice! But now he does it in a crowded library. You are the worst superhero ever. And then Ladybug does the same thing. What the fuck? Alright, so, calming down, the heroes deal with the runaway hairdryer quickly, and Evillustrator gives them the slip. Kat asks Chloe why she would be attacked, although it's obvious just looking at her personality. Chloe gushes over Ladybug as she leaves Kat to deal with Chloe. Honestly, I would have done the same thing. Making her way home, Marinette manhandles Tiki a bit, fuming over Chloe. Sabrina has been missing her, but before she can call her, Evillustrator says hi. He awkwardly flirts with her, gaining a literal record scratch from the non-diegetic sound.
You're beautiful and sweet and perfect, and I could never hurt you.
Wow.
He asks her out in the same way the cameraman did in Megamind. Although, let's face it, Nathan is more attractive. He doesn't look like a mix between me and Jonah Hill. She promises to go to his birthday party, on the condition he does not harm Chloe. She starts to plan while Chloe ruins the viewing experience. Us being gratefully dragged out of the situation by Ladybug telling Kat to keep tabs on Marinette. Marinette has to dip from Sabrina, causing more emotional turmoil, and Kat becomes the second bodysuited guy to flirt with Marinette for that day. These two are kind of fun together in these personas, even if Kat is more obnoxious than usual. And their great plan going into this is get his pen, the thing they aren't even sure the Akuma is in. I mean, lucky guess because it's there, but still, I suppose stopping him from drawing is a logical route. But can't he have, more than one pencil at a time? Evillustrator finishes setting up the date and reveals his greatest weakness. He can't draw that well in the dark. Evillustrator and Marinette bond some more while Kat creeps around. Kat is a little too obvious and Marinette has to steal the pencil while the superhero and villain fight. Evillustrator feels betrayed and easily gets the pencil back, and makes Kat look pathetic, trapping the both of them as he goes to, murder Chloe probably. So I think our heroes should wait a little bit. Marinette helps Cat escape, and Ladybug's up to join in the fight. Chloe is pathetic as ever, needing our heroes to save her from a shoe. Eve Illustrator and our heroes face off in a fairly serviceable scene, leading Cat to be reminded of Eve Illustrator's weakness by Ladybug, cataclysming the wall since the light switch was erased. Hawkmoth gets Eve Illustrator to hurry up, but Ladybug uses her lucky charm to get a bouncy ball that she throws to take out all the lights and take down Eve Illustrator. The scene is pretty engaging, but that's a bit fucking ridiculous, don't you think? Ladybug de-evilizes the Akuma and fixes everything. Hawkmoth monologues one of his weaker taunts, and school starts again the next day. Chloe getting fame from her encounter, and Sabrina is once again enthralled by Chloe. Poor girl. Adrien sneaks up on Marinette to ask about Cat Noir, and she is insufferably pathetic in her encounter with him. The episode leaving off with Nathan now seemingly drawing about Ladybug instead of his Marinette fantasies, a crush I will have you know we were given no payoff for, and the fact that we don't see Nathan after he is freed from the Akuma is a real downside of the plot here. So, what did I think of Eve Illustrator? Well, we had a decent concept with Nathan's character. His crush, interesting, and his persona as the Eve Illustrator being creative and relatable. But he's given no payoff as a character after he is freed. A very poor choice from a story standpoint. Chloe is insufferable. The B-plot with Sabrina is almost worth our time. But the status quo is steadily reset by the end, making the whole episode feel almost redundant in the grand scheme of things, but was serviceably enjoyable on its lonesome. Our main characters were also given the shaft. Even though Nathan crushes on Marinette, she isn't given much to do here. Not that's interesting, anyway. And Cat comes off as almost a slight annoyance at times. I'll give Eve Illustrator a 5 out of 10. Now on to episode 8, Roger Cop. We start with Marinette bringing her father next door. Or as they call it, school, for career day. Marinette's father talking about his day as a baker. In the same class, Adrien is outside calling his father, who did not deign to show. Because Gabriel is an asshole like that. The class goes by like normal, meaning Chloe is a bitch, and Sabrina's dad Roger lets off this really strange laugh. I'm half expecting him to tell me that M-O-O-O-N spells officer.
M-O-O-N? That spells deaf and dumb.
Meanwhile, Plag is messing around with Chloe's new fancy bracelet, thinking it's cheese. Okay. The bracelet falls out, sending Marinette and Plag all over the floor, while Roger starts his presentation. Chloe accuses Marinette of stealing her bracelet. Because, as I've been saying this entire time, come on everyone, say it with me, it's starting to become a catchphrase at this point, Chloe is a bitch! Roger actually does his job, but is strong-armed by the mayor to search Marinette without due cause. Roger, the paragon of order that he is, stands up for what is right and is fired for his troubles. Hawkmoth catches onto the trail of despair, sending an Akuma his way. Once in his car, the Akuma enters Roger's whistle, becoming Roger Cop. The class starts to get riled up. They use Nino's phone to try and figure out who took the bracelet. Although I don't think a Kwame would appear, and the moving finger is pointed around the class. The teacher from last episode, Miss Mendeleev, is seen committing several crimes and is arrested by Roger Cop, with a laser shot hitting her and sentencing her to cleaning up trash, which she is forced to do, and judging by how she treated Nathan last episode, she deserves it. Adrien sneaks out with Plag after noticing the bracelet, and sees Roger Cop sentence a member of staff. Adrien is told he can't transform as the bracelet is stuck to Plag, and the class continue their go-around. Max finally accusing Adrien, but Roger Cop arrives to grab the mayor, Marinette using the commotion to sneak out. Turns out the mayor was with the principal. lodging more complaints than his daily caloric intake. Marinette finds the error of her ways from accusing all of her classmates of being guilty, and transforms. Adrian finally gets the bracelet off with the power of pepper and cheese, and transforms himself. Roger Kopp finds the mayor, but gets caught up in a decently paced, if short, fight with Ladybug. Chasing the mayor as he runs out of the school, Ladybug intercepts and is joined by Cat Noir. Ladybug seeming to almost make it through to him, but Hawkmoth cements his control, finishing the entertaining fight by following the tracker he put on the mayor's car and taking Chloe for a ride along. Cat and Ladybug follow while Chloe complains, and we get an aerial fight that would be great if Chloe didn't keep complaining every 10 seconds. Here's me hoping that Roger Kopp throws her out. Ladybug plummets to the ground below, and Cat follows, blowing out the car's exhaust pipe so that Roger Kopp can't get his miraculous. Ladybug catches Cat, and he tries to Spider-Man kiss her. But before long, they follow Roger Kopp's car towards the City Hall to find the mayor. Roger Kopp arrives and flies his car into the building, holding both the bourgeois hostage, and forcing the mayor to relinquish powers to him. The police are ordered against our heroes, and Paris is quickly a police state. Is this where I make a joke about corrupt figures in French history? Well, too bad I know frighteningly little about France's political climate. Our heroes regroup. Cat acts as a humorous distraction, while Ladybug sneaks into the mayor's office, Chloe ruining everything. Again, Ladybug summons her lucky charm, Oven Mitts. Jesus, these keep getting stranger. She evades Roger Kopp while Hawkmoth revels, sounding like he's halfway to a nut.
Fabulous!
As Cat finishes the cops and joins Ladybug in the fight. Chloe and her dad are thrown out of the room after being controlled to enter into the fight, and Ladybug uses her oven mitts paired with Cat's BDSM belt, and with handy help from Chloe's bracelet, end the fight by covering his laser forearms once Cat cataclysms the floor, sticking him halfway through it, and Ladybug de-evilizes the Akuma. Cat runs away to de-transform, and Ladybug puts Chloe's bracelet back into her bag, while Hawkmoth does what else but monologues. I'm half expecting him to take out a skull and speak to it. The episode ends on a nice note, with the mayor apologizing and giving Roger a promotion. So, how was it? Well, it had some nice themes in it. The characters such as Roger and our heroes were entertaining, while Chloe and her father were relegated to annoyances for the plot's sake. The fights were exciting and interesting and well executed, and most of the comedic beats landed as well. The plot seemed a little over-chaotic. The first half of the episode, with the pointing fingers and Plag's terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day, were a little ridiculous in scale, but I guess they served their purpose well enough. I'll give episode 8 of Miraculous Ladybug, Roger Kopp, a 7 out of 10. It would probably be a 7.5 if Chloe's family weren't so grating. Thank you everybody for watching my review of Miraculous episodes 7 and 8. Please like the video if you liked it, comment down below if you wish, even write if there's something you want me to take a look at on the channel. Consider subscribing to the channel, and if you do, ring the notification bell so you're told every single time that I make an upload. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Toast. A little piece of toast. Because there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side.